Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko 84514D dark bronze anodized aluminum fixed sill residential threshold. So that's the profile of it there. You can see that you've got an aluminum outer threshold with a piece of wood as an internal support and structural part of the threshold. Looks like pine. Those are typically pine, not always, but almost all the time they're pine. Fixed top, meaning that the feature to the threshold here is just the extrusion itself. There's no adjustability. It's aluminum, okay? Has this slope here in the front. Has a feature where you can add an extension, 3/4, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, to make this longer. There's an image below this video showing everything important about it. There's an image below this video showing you everything important dimensionally about the threshold. Let's go over that now. It's 4 9/16, as you can see from that image, wide, and that is indeed the case. You've got 1 1/4 inch overall height underneath where the door is going to reside. Okay, 1 1/4 inch here. 1 3/8 inches is the width of the saddle. Well, it's the width of the crown or the top of the threshold. Okay. Balance of this, they don't really give in that image, but it's about 2 7/8. Okay. So 5-degree slope is what this is, which is very standard for these thresholds. So a threshold like this is going to be used in primarily, mostly exclusively, wood frame residential applications, where it becomes a structural part of the frame, meaning that when the mill shop, the door manufacturer, is actually building the frame, they're going to take the threshold at that moment and continue and complete the construction and the assembly of the frame using the threshold as the bottom structural member. That wood is there to provide the manufacturer a place to attach staples or screws or however they're going to attach this to the bottom of the jamb. And then that becomes a single piece unit that you're going to be looking at. So this is the door portion here. The door is going to sit over this area, and that would work real well for the inclusion of a U-shaped door bottom or a surface mounted door sweep with or without a drip cap, with or without an extension depending on the depth of your frame and the sill condition. Also, what's available for these is an optional water pan. And a water pan is really nothing other than either just a piece of very thin gauge sheet metal or a piece of very thin gauge brass that just sits underneath the threshold, and the threshold is installed on top of it. And that barrier, that sheet metal or brass barrier, helps prevent corrosion to the sill itself, whatever that might be, wood or limestone or whatever it is, from water that does typically work its way underneath the threshold, etc. And that's what the water pan option is. Available in aluminum as well as this dark bronze finish. Okay, very low maintenance sort of situation. There's if you've got, or if you're designing a door and frame from the beginning, calculate this 1 1/4 inch dimension, to give yourself the proper undercut on the door. And other than that, it's a very straightforward sort of threshold. There's no moisture barrier in here in terms of it being compared to other residential thresholds that Pemko has that feature an inserted plastic moisture barrier. This is all one piece here. Okay, a real good item for preventing the intrusion of water at that point. You could also, what some people do is they'll get a sweep that has like a 45-degree angle to it, and you can get that to, when the door closes, to seal up against this real nice. That works real well because it doesn't make contact with the rest of the surface because it's on an angle, and then the that angled door sweep seals up against that real well when the door closes, and it kind of just makes a real nice connection to that sloped front of the threshold. I had to interrupt. I had to pause the video, so I'm not sure where I left off, but Pemko has this material available in multiple finishes and several different lengths. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know, ordering the next longest piece or pieces and indicating in the comment field what length we should cut the material back to, and we'll be happy to do that. No screws are provided, no countersink holes are provided at all, because this threshold is intended to be installed at the bottom of the jamb at the time the frame is being manufactured. If you have any questions on the Pemko 84514D fixed aluminum dark bronze anodized residential threshold, feel free to reach out to us, or any other Pemko product. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, not only residential like this, but commercial as well, along with continuous hinges and sliding door hardware. Thank you very much.